Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Virtual Racing Network. We're here with the Midnight Thunder Truck Series here at Legacy, Kentucky. We've got ourselves a 96 lap race to kick off, or to cap off this season here. I know usually we start 5 minutes later than we are today, but we got some things we gotta do first. Right now, second fastest truck out on the field is Tyler Dalton in the number 19 Trans Service Chevrolet. Currently your championship point leader, and right now it's looking like he might very well be able to lock this championship up fairly early on. Because right now we only have 14 trucks registered for the race here tonight. And he has a 10-point lead over the 9 of Bobby Wetzel, who has 3 wins this season, compared to Tyler Dalton's 0. Sometimes that's just the way it is. And unless Bobby can get the job done here tonight, his championship hopes are all but over for the time being. I wouldn't say quite yet. If we took away the bonus points, Wetzel would have a 1-point advantage over Dalton, but Tyler has a 20 bonus points to Bobby's 9. And we're going to go ahead and get our first pre-race interview in, and that is Steve Herring, because we got to thank him. He is the admin here. Hey Steve, shot up in booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Alright, man. Well, this isn't really an interview. This is more of a thank you. So we just want to say on behalf of everyone here at the VRN, even though it's really only me, thank you for the opportunity to broadcast here in the Midnight Thunder Truck Series. I've enjoyed it for the past, I don't know, 3 months now. I can't really exactly remember how long it's been, but it's been fun, week in, week out, to broadcast for you, and it's always great to be here in Sim500.
Well, Sean, the feeling is mutual. Everybody at Sim500, the drivers, the admin, you've done an excellent job. We're going to miss you. You were shorthanded. You were sick a lot of times, but you hung in there like a trooper. You gave it 110%. We want to thank you the most we can. You did a great job.
I always tried my best to put on a hell of a show for everyone watching at home and you guys. Without you, I probably wouldn't be doing what I am doing today, which is just sitting at my computer and commentating races, but that's going to be changing very soon, as you know. After this week here, guys, this will be the last broadcast here on the channel. I don't know if that's going to be a permanent thing or what, but for the foreseeable future, there will not be any more videos or streams on here, so... Once again, Steve, thank you. Joey, you'll probably watch this later on. Thank you, Joey Gattina, for giving me the opportunity here for Tuesday night back in November of last year. So it's been a hell of a ride.
Well, thanks again.
All right, Steve. Well, good luck tonight, man, and hopefully you can put that 98 up front, maybe.
Yo.
Or just wreck Joey. Do one of the two.
Oh. Okay.
Can't remember which team chat he was in. We'll put him in Aftermath Motorsports, and he started cutting out a bit there, Steve. So sorry if I cut you off a bit early. Sorry, cutting out. Sorry, bud. But anyways, let's get into some more speedy topics here. Let's get Bobby Wetzel. He is not in the voice chats. However, Tyler Dalton is. Let's talk with him. Hey Tyler, shot up in the booth with VRN, you got a copy?
I gotcha.
Alright man, so right now you have a 10-point lead over your teammate and title competitor Bobby Wetzel here. Very close on the scoring pylon right now. What's the strategy for this number 19 Trans Service Chevrolet tonight?
Well, I'd like to get the pole and give me one more point of buffer there. And then just go out there. While it'd be nice to win the race, we just really need a clean race. I think top 7 pretty much locked it up for me. So just go out there and try to keep the nose clean.
Well, Tyler, you've led nearly a quarter of the race, or a quarter of the laps led this season alone, yet you still haven't come out with a win. What difference do you think is gonna take for you during the race to get you in victory lane here this week?
Well, there's been at least 2 races this year we should have won that I threw away. So one was a big mistake, one was a small mistake. So it just comes down to really not making mistakes. Don't beat yourself. And then some of the other situations, it's just things happen outside of your control that you can't control. But you just got to minimize those self-inflicted mistakes, and the wins will come. And if the win doesn't come, I'll take the championship either way.
Well, like you said, it's going to be really hard for Bobby to make up those points. We have a bit of a smaller field here. So far, only 14 trucks registered. Do you think it's definitely going to play a big role in how you race here tonight?
Yeah, like I said, I'm definitely gonna be a little bit conservative. Just gotta make sure that don't give up too many points to Bobby by doing something stupid.
All right, now we're going to talk about the track. What's the big difference between Legacy Kentucky and the new Kentucky? Because honestly, I had to buy this tonight because I didn't know that we were using this one.
It's flat. I'd compare this a lot to Homestead. It's got a lot of similar feels, somewhere between Homestead and Nashville.
All right, man. Well, hopefully you can have a good run and put her back on the podium for one more time here this season, Tyler.
Thank you.
Oh, there he goes. Wouldn't let me drag him back into his channel for a second. We don't want him here anymore. Nah. We love you, Tyler. Hopefully he can have another good run and maybe get his truck in victory lane. He's been close multiple times, like you said. He's led 252 laps of the 841 led, which is on average about... Wait a second. Okay, that's not right. I don't know how to do math. Okay, anyways. Average finish of 6.1. That gives him the point lead. Well, I want to say Bobby Wetzel has a better average finish than Tyler Dalton. It's a 6.0 compared to a 6.1, so these two have been like the class of the field week in, week out. And this season alone, Tyler has gotten 5 poles. His worst finish, or his worst start, is 3rd for Tyler Dalton. And then for Bobby Wetzel, his worst start is 23rd. That was at Texas, and his best start was 2nd twice at Charlotte and on the iRacing Super Speedway. Whoa, and around goes Derek Myers on your screen there. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Hamish Gallagher, I've been told he has some good speed here. And right now, after running 14 timed practice laps, he sits 3rd on the board. Ron Hollifield, he has locked up 3rd place here tonight, all but. And Chad Coleman, he has locked up. He's almost locked up 4th, and Steve Herring and Derek Myers, those two are going to be fighting for 5th here tonight. 1 point separates those two. Here is Brett Murphy, the 64. We only have a couple more seconds left. Jerry West coming in late. That makes a total of 15 trucks registered. I don't know if the 110 of Raymond Herdina is going to be in here or not. He hasn't set a lap yet, so keep that in mind. Qualified coming your way here from Kentucky Speedway in Sparta, Kentucky. And for one last time, you'll see the VRN qualifying tickers on your screen. It's Brett Murphy coming into pit road, trying to kamikaze somebody. Quickly move on, pretend we did not see that. Anyways, who's going to go out first here tonight? Take a look at the camera wheels too. Once someone goes out on track. Looks like it's going to be the good old 38 at Chad Coleman. Here's your typical TV1, TV2, and TV3, so it just gets wider. We'll probably stick to TV2, as we usually do. Trying to get that number 38 A-Shock Toyota Tundra up to speed here. Let's see what he can do here tonight at Kentucky Motor Speedway. First lap here. Let's see what it's going to be for the number 38 Chad Coleman, defending series champion. Going into turn number 3, what is it gonna be? I don't think it's gonna be 29. I think it's gonna be a 30.4. That's my prediction here. It's coming across the line. It's gonna be a 32.005. Lap number 1 for Coleman on the board. He is just coming out of the pits. And here's Joey Gattina. 32.130. Currently P3 for the 14. He is in the pits here. Third of the points, Ron Hollifield. He will finish third in points. For sure. More than likely. 32.490. Chad Coleman, 32.091 on lap number 2. Not going to better it. Same with Wesley Donaldson. Derek Myers messed up his first lap. He may have hit the wall or something and running it back down. He's got to make up some good speed. Actually, no, this lap is going to be a waste too, I think. I don't know. There's Lewandowski in the number 20 unsponsored Chevrolet Silverado. He usually has some pretty good short run speed here. Let's see if he can maybe get a good run in. Brett Murphy will take third. He's going to hit the wall. But here's Tyler Dalton on his first time to lap. What is he going to be able to do? So he heads down the back stretch into turn 3. Time to beat 32.005 set by Chad Coleman. Wesley Donaldson in a close second. Never mind. Derek Myers now P2. 32.036. That'll put Tyler Dalton to second. Needs to gain about 300s here, maybe even 3.5. So he can beat Coleman's lap here with a minute left in qualifying. Let's see what he's got. The lap was looking better. Pretty even right now. It's going to be slower by 200ths. Not going to be able to go for the pole here tonight. However, Lewandowski here on his second lap after smacking the wall at a turn 2. What's his lap time going to be here? 32.135. P3 for the number 20. Good lap. Good lap indeed. Bobby Wetzel qualified 7th. And Tyler Dalton qualified second. Those two 5 points apart. So the only way that Wetzel can win the race, or win the title here, is if he finishes first at the most, and Dalton finishes 11th or worse. That is quite literally the only way he can win it tonight. Or second and 12th, third and 13th, fourth and 14th, fifth and 15th, sixth and 16th, and so on and so forth. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's starting lineup. On the inside row of, or inside of row number 1, we've got Chad Coleman in the 38 with Tyler Dalton is outside in truck number 19. Row number 2 is Thomas Lewandowski along with Derek Myers in the 23. Row number 2, rounding out your top 5 here tonight, Wesley Donaldson, strong starting spot for the number 90 machine, as he is inside row number 3, with Brett Murphy there in the 64, outside in the 6th position. Row number 4, we've got Bobby Wetzel, title competitor, starting 7th with Jerry West on his outside in the 86. Row number 5, almost said row number 10, but it's Rod Hollifield, 3rd place in points right now. He sits 9th on the grid with Joey Katina rounding out your top 10 in truck number 14. Going to try to go for a win here tonight. And here's number 14 Ford. Can he get done? We'll have to wait and see. For number 6 here, we've got Hamish Gallagher in the number 22 machine, starting along with Jason Casper, starting in the 13th position because 12th place has disconnected. That's going to mess up the rest of this entire board. And now, starting 14th is going to be Dustin German there in the number 11 with Steve Herring in the inside row inside of row number 8, starting 15th. And rounding out the field is going to be Raymond Hardina in the number 110, starting 16th. So 16 trucks registered for the race, 15 racing. And we will get ready to go green here momentarily. Here we go. The field is pacing here in Kentucky, folks. It's time to get this show underway. Let's see how this race plays out. It's going to be a 96 lap race. I had to just double check again quick. However, pit stops, we're probably going to see 2, maybe 3 of them. Not 100% sure on the exact number we will see here tonight. But here we go. iRacing.com pace truck will be pulling off the speedway this time. We don't have any static cameras this week. But here we go. Chad Coleman, Tyler Dalton for the final time here in the VRN Midnight Thunder Truck Series. Green flag is out. We are racing here at Kentucky. Lap number 1 in the books very quickly here. But right now, Tyler Dalton, your race leaders. He heads into turn number 1 side by side with Coleman. He will clear him into turn number 1, actually. And Derek Myers is now on the attack on the outside of Coleman. All over the back bumper here as they head into turn number 3. It looks like Coleman really trying to hold off the number 23 Trans-Service Chevrolet from getting a hold of that second position. Meanwhile, Bobby Wetzel already up 1 spot here. And a little further back, still side by side, Wesley Donaldson, Hamish Gallagher in the 22 for 8th and 9th respectively. Jerry West now up on the middle groove. Lewandowski holding on up top. Single file through the top 5. Dustin German trying to find a hole to maybe slip into. See him back there in the number 11 K&N Ford F-150. He'll slide up in front of Joey Katina. Very close there. Katina going to try to cross him over here on the bottom. At the line, looks like German still had the position. And now Joey's going to be able to take it on the inside. No contest from the number 11. Halfway for tonight's going to be at lap number 50. And right now it's looking really good for the 19. Out leading early in the season finale. Now I don't know where the broadcasts are going to be for the next season. And I don't know all the details, but if I did, I would tell you. So you fans watching at home can go find them, follow them, and get ready for the next season. Speaking of which, the new schedule has been released. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's going to be 10 races, a little shorter than this season by one singular race, so it's not that big of a deal here. As it looks like the field's starting to spread out just a bit towards the front, meanwhile towards the back here it's still pretty close together. Season 4 of 2022 will kick back up in 2 weeks from now at Talladega Super Speedway. Followed up with Kansas and then Darlington, Pocono, Phoenix, iRacing Super Speedway on the 11th of November. Chicagoland, taking a break for Thanksgiving. Rockingham, that's a very interesting track. Haven't seen that on a iRacing League schedule since, I want to say since it got released. It's been a hot minute, personally. But anyways, after that's going to be Daytona, and Auto Club Speedway will host the finale next season. So overall, this season, or this year, from 2022 Segment 1, or Season 1, however you want to say it, Hamish Gallagher, Season 1 champion, Season 2 champion, is Chad Coleman. So he is a 2-time champion because he won it last season as well. And now it's looking like Tyler Dalton. He'd be the 3rd different title or champion this year. Right now it's looking pretty solid for him. Bobby Wetzel back in 5th. Holding on to that position pretty well, as a pretty solid gap between the 64 and the 86 here. Lights are coming on the floodlights up top to keep the track lit. And it looks like there was a pass for the race lead. How did this happen? We go to Bobby Wetzel for 1 second. Next thing you know, Chad Coleman's in the lead. Looks like he got a pretty solid run here out of turn number 2. And did he do the slide job? No, not quite. Would have been cool though. Looks like Tyler now. He's going to try to do the same exact move here that Chad just did a lap beforehand, but he can't really get the car to rotate on the bottom. He's going to lose a bit of ground, do the 38 here on lap number 10. Could Tyler Dalton be fading right now? It's very well possible. As Derek Myers, Brett Murphy, those two have reeled him in as well. Very quickly. Those two were kind of falling back towards the beginning stages of the race. I know we're still pretty fresh into it here, but you know what I mean. And don't count out the number 9 Superflow Chevy as well. It was 1.5 seconds back. He's gained about a 10th here. Still gaining just a bit of time here and there. Doing pretty well for him, I will say. But Coleman still has company in being the number 19 Sim500 Trans Service Chevy Silverado. Side by side back here, Dustin German, Joey Gattina. Those two were fighting earlier on tonight. And here they are once again fighting for position. Double check the audio here. Looks like everything is still good. Wetzel's pulling him in pretty well right now. Just gotta be patient here. Don't push too hard. Top 5 are all back together for the most part. Just a little spaced out between second and third, you know. And Derek Myers, he is blinking out a bit here, having some internet trouble. Not good for the number 23. Keeps popping in and out. It's not what you want to see. First champion of the season of this series was Wesley Donaldson back in 2017, and here he is over 5 years later, still trooping in the number 90 Toyota Tundra. That season saw a handful of different winners. Chad Coleman won 2 of those races at Indianapolis and Las Vegas. June 30th, 2017 is when that race, or when that season ended. And he didn't win a race. So if Tyler Dalton is to win the title tonight without winning a race the entire season, he wouldn't be the first person to do it. Steve Herring, in the second season of the series, came up third in the points. I'm just looking back in the old standings here, so we await some pit stops coming up in the next 15-20 laps, give or take. I don't know how accurate that number really is, so take with that what you will. And it looks like this isn't the first title that Bobby Wetzel's been close to getting, as he moves into 4th over Brett Murphy. And now he's blinking about. Bobby Wetzel has, so far after looking at him, finished runner-up twice so far. I haven't looked at all of them yet. Could tonight be number 3, possibly. But right now, Tyler Dalton and Chad Coleman, class of the field, keeping it tight together. Not giving each other a lot of breathing room here. We'll keep an eye on the battle for the race lead for a bit, because I have a feeling these two are going to be going at it for the foreseeable future, to put it lightly. Oh, Bobby Wetzel is a former champion himself of this series. Back in the end of 2018, so it's been almost 4 years since his last title here in this series. So is he potentially trying to become a Mr. Two-Time here tonight? Maybe. Keep an eye on that number 9 and the 19 here tonight, folks. Both drivers are hungry for a title in this series. Chad Coleman won his first title in 2019. And right now he's leading the field on lap 21. Wesley Donaldson working his way up through the field, trying to crack the top 5 here. So he's on the inside of Brett Murphy. Still side by side here. Thomas Lewandowski, Hamish Gallagher close together as well. Maybe trying to poke their nose into this battle here. Jerry West in the background there. Four-car battle for position right now. Tyler Dalton falling off just a bit on your race leader. 0.2 of a second off. Chad Coleman currently, one of counting, a 4-time series champion. Came runner-up in 2020 Season 4. 3 points off of VJ O'Rourke. Looks like Donaldson, that inside lane is not working for the former series champion there. He is all the way down to 9th after being 6th for quite a while. Well, look who's up to 3rd now. Bobby Wetzel. He's having a good run. However, it's not going to be good enough for the time being to have him to give him the championship. In Tyler Dalton's first year with this, or first season with this series, he came 2nd in the standings to Brian Macklin rather, not EJ O'Rourke. Wetzel is running about a 10th faster than Tyler Dalton and Chad Coleman right now. A little bit of speed. 2021 Season 2, Tyler Dalton was your champion over Steve Herring by 50 points. So it's been a pretty crazy ride for Tyler. He's still trying to chase down Chad Coleman. And that gap between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd getting smaller and smaller. Here comes the 19 with a bit of a run. Not really. Bobby Wetzel that time ran 0.2 quicker than your race leaders. I don't know when to expect pit stops here tonight, folks. It is going to be probably around lap 40, I'd imagine. I don't know how long they can go. But that is my best guess for the time being. Sorry about that. Oh, that one just kind of stuck up on me. But yeah, I can't imagine they go more than just shy of halfway. I definitely think it's going to be a 2-stop race for sure. 3 at the most if we get a late race caution. I think we'll see 3. Coming up on lap number 30 here, folks. And now Tyler Dalton, or Bobby Wetzel running 0.3 slower than your race leaders. Very off and on with that number 9 machine here. Looks like Brett Murphy, Wesley Donaldson still following down falling down the running order as Dustin German will pass them both out of turn 2 down the back stretch. Lewandowski, he is the last car inside the top 5. He currently runs 5th. Jerry West, Hamish Gallagher, Dustin German, Brett Murphy, Wesley Donaldson rounding out your top 10 here tonight. Halfway coming up in about 20 laps or so. Guys on the box are starting to get ready, get some stuff set up for tires. I'm sure some of these drivers are going to want some fresh Goodyear rubber on their trucks. Bobby Wetzel holding off Derek Myers right now. Very close battle between those two. Keeping it between a 10th and a half to 2 tenths. Can't imagine no more than quarter of a... No, not even now. They're very close together. And it looks like they just seem to be getting closer and closer. Good exit there for the 9. That was a pretty good turn. And first truck to bring her down pit road is actually going to be Derek Myers here on lap 32. A little earlier than I had expected. So that's some new information for us. So it looks like 2 others have actually brought it down pit road. Wesley Donaldson, Jason Casper. Bobby Wetzel bringing it down pit road. No, he's not. He just blinked out there. 5 more trucks brought it down there. That's Steve Herron, Ron Hollifield, Joey Gattina, Dustin German, Thomas Lewandowski. Right now, the quickest time on pit road is Derek Myers, 42.5 seconds on the pit road, 14.7 seconds on box. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a longer stop there for Lewandowski. 43 seconds on the pit road with a 15-second pit stop there. Maybe fixing a bit of damage. Dialing on, burning it down pit road here. So far, the best pit stop of the night is still a 42.5 from Derek Myers' pit crew. Oh, this one's looking good here. 42.6, but it's a 14.0. So he gained about a little bit of time there. I don't know how much exactly. 7 tenths faster on the box, a tenth slower. So we gained 6 tenths total there. As now we are waiting for your race leader to bring it down pit road. Jerry West on pit road now. Dustin German with a good stop as well. 42.9 on pit road, 14 flat in the box. So pretty good pit stops here for these drivers. Pit stops going on right now, folks. Getting closer and closer to the halfway mark for tonight's race. And right now as it sits, Tyler Dalton is still your title, right, or your championship leader. However, all that could change within a matter of a snap of your finger, honestly. Chad Coleman with a near 4-second lead over Bobby Wetzel right now. Looks like some of these drivers might be trying to make it a 2-stop race. Because if you go only 30 laps, that's only to lap 60. Another 30, that's only to lap 90, so you're still not done yet. Well, it looks like Bobby might be coming in this lap here. Chad Coleman, he's going to bring down pit road, and so will Bobby Wetzel. Coming in hot, Hamish Gallagher there. Brett Murphy will take the race lead. He hasn't pitted yet. Although I'd imagine he wouldn't stay out for too much longer, considering the fact that he is on older tires and all the leaders will be on fresh Goodyear tires by the time he starts losing more time than he already is. And yep, here he comes now, bringing it down pit road on lap number 40. Just a lap after everybody else has. That will complete pit road cycle. Derek Myers here looking to claim the race lead off of pit strategy. He seems to have some pretty good pit strategies in the number 23 Trans Am Chevy. So that'll put him first now as he climbs up the board big time. Tyler Dalton 2.5 seconds back in second. Pretty good show so far tonight, folks. Derek Myers leads over Tyler Dalton, Wesley Donaldson, Thomas Lewandowski, and Jason Casper. All right. So let's see what these guys have in store for us. We know we can go 40 laps, so we got until, at the most, lap 80. Going off of what we know after pit cycle number 1. Jason Casper is on 17 lap old tires right now. Bobby Wetzel has 16 lap older tire, 16 lap newer tires than the 81 rather. Set a bit backwards. It's been a long day. So here we are at Kentucky Speedway. Tyler Dalton with a 2-lap tire advantage over Derek Myers. Reportedly going about 0.2 faster than the 23 right now. Still over half of the race left to go. So honestly, I do not know what to expect from these drivers. So here we go. Lap 45 is underway. 1.6 seconds the gap between first and second at the line there. Now let's just keep an eye on that number, and let's wait until we maybe get another lap in here. Already down to over 1.5 seconds. Well, it's gonna go down to 1.4 here. Big gains, and then it just lost it all and gained it right back. Okay, gained about 0.3 that lap. Making the big bucks. On the lap times here, Tyler Dalton is. 1.2 seconds the gap. And it's just going to continue to close. Tyler Dalton has been in a position where he can win before. However, he has not been able to put it together yet. With still over 50 laps to go here tonight. Could tonight be the night for the number 19 trade service Sim500 Chevrolet Silverado to park in a victory lane before this season ends? 1 second now is the gap. Eight-tenths of a second the gap. This is going to become like last week's race where someone was trying to run down somebody. Was it Tyler Dalton who tried to run down Larry Pace there? No, it was Chad Coleman who was running down Larry Pace there. Tyler Dalton came home 5th that race. It's hard to keep track. Gap is down to just under half a second now. What will these drivers do to get a win here in Sim500? I mean, I know we still have over half the race left, but you know, you never know. Alright, here we go. Halfway officially-ish, kind of, not really. Battle for the race lead is starting to heat up. I know we were going to say we'll take our break at lap 50, but right now I don't want to take a break and not commentate this battle. Here comes Tyler Dalton to the inside, side by side out of turn 2. Strong exit for the 19. If he keeps going how he is, he might be able to get the clear made here in 4, but it's not looking good for him. Derek Myers way up the racetrack. And here at the line, it's still going to be Derek Myers, your race leader. But barely a tenth, or barely even half a tenth, over Tyler Dalton right now. Still side by side, Tyler Dalton trying to get an advantage here. Looks like that upper lane is just working better though. And he's close to clearing him. He might be able to lead the lap here, Tyler, that is. And he will. We can just pull off the clear now. We'll have a new race leader officially, but good entrance there for the 23 machine. And Tyler Dalton, he's going to take it. Now, can Tyler Dalton pull away? We'll have to wait and see. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Alright, welcome back to the VRN home of the Sim500 Midnight Thunder Truck Series. Well, for now at least. Looks like Joe Gattina and Chad Coleman both out of the race tonight. Just realized that a couple moments ago. Pretty peaceful race all around though. No caution so far. Okay, I was just making sure no one was gonna wreck. As soon as I said that, I was like, should I say? Should I not say? You know, pretty good at jinxing like literally everything. So I was just waiting for that to happen. Anywho, Bobby Wetzel, Hamish Gallagher battling here for 5th. Hamish very close to the bumper there, down the back into turn 2. Looks like passing's a little difficult here at Kentucky Speedway. Tyler Dalton, though, he currently has nearly, or no, not nearly, over a second lead here. And Hamish is going to take that 5th spot. He's going to move his number 22 Toyota Tundra up to 2nd here early on, or not early on. We are way past the early on stages of the race. Sheesh. Anyways, it's been a pretty solid race for most of these drivers. Derek Myers having a really good run in his number 23 machine. $60 laps down, 96 total. So we're coming to 36 laps to go this time around. Next round of pit stops are coming up shortly, it seems, as Wesley Donaldson, he's making the early jump to pit road here. First of round 2 for pit stops here, folks. Second and a half now, the gap for the number 19. Well, it was the gap at least. He's going to open that back up again. Here he comes. Leading once again still. I don't know what or where I was going with that, but yeah. Looks like Bobby having some more issues here on pit road, or maybe that was me this time. I hope it wasn't. Oh man, I remember when I first started broadcasting, I was like, I got kicked out like every single race. Ah man. Finally got hardwired, and then it was smooth sailing from there. Haven't had any issues with the internet since then. Except we did, actually. I take that back. When it decided, oh, I'm just gonna turn off. I don't feel like working anymore. Luckily that wasn't during a broadcast though. That was during the week. I think it was during the whole virtual school stuff. That was not fun. Coming up on 30 laps to go here. 2 seconds is now the gap for already one title to his name. Tyler Dalton looking to become a two-time series, or actually I think he has 3 or 2. He's looking for his 3rd tonight. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look again, but that takes a couple minutes. On the estimated clock here, it looks like we got about 17.5 minutes left here. And that is estimated time. At the line, we'll have 30 more laps to go. Nothing's really going on out on track, if I'm honest. Looks like Brett Murphy there coming out of pit road. I think that was Brett Murphy, wasn't it? No, who was that? Was that Wesley Donaldson maybe? I'm not sure. I don't know who it was, but someone was just coming out of pit road. I know that much. I heard it. But that's about it. Last week we had 3 cautions at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Larry Pace led 34 of the 95 laps en route to his first win of the season. And that'll be his first and only win, as he is not here tonight. And here comes Tyler Dalton down pit road. And it looks like Bobby Wetzel, he's making the turn down pit road as well. He's going to pit with teammate number 19. And Derek Myers is going to stay out here. He seems to have some very varying pit strategies. It's always unique to see when this guy will bring her down pit road. And who is going to be bringing it down pit road next? Top 5 still need to pit here tonight. No one else has brought it down pit road yet. Jason Casper currently 1 lap down on 21 lap old tires. Yikes. Some of those guys are getting close to 40 now. Like Myers, Dustin German, Ron Hollifield, Steve Herring. Brett Murphy, however, he is just now hitting 30. It's gonna be interesting for sure. And right now, Brett Murphy currently sits 3rd. Derman, Myers, Murphy. And now it's just Murphy and Myers, the last 2 to need to pit here for this section. Looks like we might be having some scoring issues here. Oh, rough pits for Derek Myers. Coming in hot. Smacking the inside wall. That's probably going to end his night. He just noped out of that. And sorry, Derek, but we already caught it. Now Brett Murphy here. He is your new race leader. Unless he brings it down this time, which he is not going to. Jerry West currently leads after pit cycles, but Tyler Dalton is just behind him. Good run for both trucks here. Jerry West, former series winner. He won a race last season, if I remember correctly. Brett Murphy's still out on track here. Getting closer to just 15 laps to go. Looks like Tyler's gonna try the outside line here, or at least as much of it as he can. Good run through 1 and 2. Great turn there for the 19. If he can just carry the speed down the back, which he will clear. He now has the race lead once pit stops are over. As Brett Murphy continues to lead, 35 laps on his tires. Jerry West has 10 laps on his. 15 laps here on Wesley Donaldson. 7 laps on Tyler Dalton. Still under a bit of pressure from the number 86 machine. Right now, Brett Murphy, 36 laps, is still putting along here. He's losing a lot of time, though, so I don't think he's really going to be able to recover from this, unless he is just trying to keep it out as long as possible here. He went 40 laps on the last run. Is he going to try to go 40 again this run? He's on 37 now, coming to 38. I think that is exactly what he is going to try to do here. Bobby Wetzel up to 6th now. It is not looking good. Now we're not going to have any more pit stops here. Tyler Dalton. And this is concerning we have no more cautions as well. Well, no cautions to begin with. Tyler Dalton will be your Season 3 2022 champion officially. There's a few more things just go our way here tonight. Bobby Wetzel sits 6th. $11 seconds now, the gap between 1st and 2nd. And now he's going to bring her down pit road. Tyler Dalton will blow the doors off that 864 machine when he gets to him. Here in just a few moments, he'll pass him. Take the race lead back, maybe not at the line. However, later on down the road he will. Now he's the race leader. He'll be leading his first lap again. Can't speak. He'll be leading the race once again here. In just a few moments here, he'll bring the field to 15 laps to go here at Kentucky. Less than 9 minutes estimated remaining in the race. Jerry West, Lewandowski, and Gallagher sticking with him And Bobby Wetzel there, he sits 5th, not too far back. So as long as Tyler Dalton doesn't wreck, he may be able to get this one scored and in the bag here tonight. However, it's still going to be a very, very close race to the finish. Pit cycles are done and over with. At least for most people, looks like the 81 adjacent Casper Healy may or may not have to go back down pit road one more time here tonight. He has 35 laps on his run right now. So yeah, he's definitely going to have to bring her down pit road. Thomas Lewandowski there in the 20, trying to get to the back bumper of the 86 of Jerry West for second. Not really much to say other than season finale. These three are battling. Right now, lap times are pretty even between the 2nd through 4th place trucks. And then there's Tyler Dalton running about 2/10 quicker than them. So, you know, it's just a normal day here. Not even close, yo. Ten laps to go next time around for Tyler Dalton, who definitely has the title secured at this point. I can bet money on. Seen a lot of ups and downs this season for the number 19 crew. He's been in a position to win multiple weeks in a row before and hasn't been able to do it. With 10 laps to go now, is tonight the night that Tyler Dalton gets a race win at Kentucky? One way would be in his struggle most of the season, try to get the truck into victory lane, and then you end the season off with the win and the championship. Guess we're just going to have to wait and see what happens within the last 9 laps now. Right now, your top 3, Jerry West, Lewandowski, Hamish Gallagher, Bobby Wetzel there in 5th. Well, looks like Lewandowski might be able to take that 2nd spot, and he will. It's just a matter of can he hold on to it, though. Nearly 3 wide there at a turn in number 2. That could have been something to see here. Definitely going to keep an eye on this battle here for 2nd through 4th. Nearly a 4-second lead for Tyler Dalton, as long as he can get his number 19 Sim500 Trans-Service Chevrolet Silverado around the track just a handful more times. He's got it. Five laps to go next time around for Tyler Dalton. started second in tonight's race. And tonight he's looking to chase after win number 26. And officially, while Tyler does not have the most pulls in Sim500 history, he is only 6 behind Daniel Falkingham. If he could have gotten one tonight, that then would have been only 5 behind. So I have a small feeling, and a small cut on my thumb, that battle is going to be going on for many years to come, as long as those two drivers are both still active within the Sim 500 series. Four laps to go for the number 19 of Tyler Dalton. As I've said time and time again, up and down season, he's still been consistent though. Looking for career win number 26. His average finish overall in the Sim 500 series, 11.89. His average start, 6.07. His worst starting position is 38th at Richmond earlier this year. His worst finish, 40th at Daytona, way back in April of 2020. Joined the league about 2 years ago now. And his most recent win, let's see, when was his last win? All the way back in May of this year. So it's been about 4 months since this guy's been to victory lane. May 25th, almost to the day, 4 months ago. And now, out of turn number 4, it's going to be Tyler Dalton, bringing us to the white flag. 1 more lap to go here in the Midnight Thunder Truck Series. 1 more lap left of Virtual Racing Network broadcasting coverage. The first ever race here on the VRN was at Kentucky Speedway, and that race was won. Oh, I can't remember who it was won by, but I do know what league it was. The Bonfire Racing League or something like that. And now the final race on VRN is going to be won by Tyler Dalton and at Kentucky. Tyler Dalton gets the job done. He's going to be going to victory lane finally. Better late than never, Tyler. A well-deserved win, but not only does he get the win here tonight, he also gets the 2022 Segment 3 title over Bobby Wetzel. Second or third title in this series for Tyler. Taking an extra cooldown lap here. He is so pumped up. He just won the title in Sim 500 again. It's tough to do once, let alone a couple times now. Alright, Tyler. Back her down, my boy. Let's go ahead. Burn it down, shall you? Floor is yours, Tyler. There she blows. Let me just like back this up quick. Just a little bit so we don't get a really weird angle of the car here. And we'll go ahead, zoom in on that. Oh man. What a season this has been. And we've got your title, your champion in the booth now. Tyler, Sean, I'm in the booth with VRN. You got a copy?
I got you.
Oh man, how does it feel now to be a multi-time winner here in the Midnight Thunder Truck Series? I know you did it back in either 21 or something like that. I was looking back earlier, can't remember exactly when. But you now done it again, and you finally got it in victory lane.
Yeah, it feels good. I didn't want to say anything, but I really didn't want to back my way into a championship without winning a race. Went out here tonight with the goal of just don't do anything stupid, and got my lap led early on. Chad got under me. I wasn't going to really fight him too hard. It wasn't worth it. We're just going to ride behind him. I knew I had really good long run speed. I pretty much had, from my mindset in the beginning, I was going to pit on 34 and 68 from the beginning, and it seemed to work out pretty good. On the second time, apparently Chad sped, and so when I pitted the second time, I came in way conservative, and it cost me a bunch of time, but I was able to pull back out there on the long run. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened if Chad wouldn't have sped, but I think he stayed out too long anyway for him to get back up there.
Well, Tyler, if you did actually come home with no wins this season, it would be the first time that happened in this series. But you did manage to get it done in a very deserving win as well. Your 26th career Sim 500 win, I think I saw, or it might be 36, can't quite remember. But you've gotten a lot of accomplishments this season, man. You've put up a hell of a season. I just can't congratulate you enough on the championship, man.
Thank you, man. It was fun racing a teammate for the championship. I wish Chad and Derek and some of those guys in Amish would have made all the races. Would have made things even more fun there at the end. If anyone's watching, come join us. We're off next week, but we're going to start back up with a new season. As you can see, we got really good, clean racing here, really good drivers. And also, one thing, I want to thank you for all you've done for broadcasting the series. I know this is your finale. It's a shame to see you go. You've been a really good partner for Sim500, and honored to win your last race.
Well, man, thank you for that. And, well, is there any other shout-outs, thanks you'd want to give out to anyone here tonight, Tyler?
I want to thank all my Sim500 Mafia teammates. I want to thank Chad for racing me clean there. I thank Jerry for racing me clean. I want to congratulate Bobby on a good season. He had a hell of a season, winning 3 races. And we just went out here and managed to be consistent and pulled it off.
All right, man. Well, I won't see you again for quite some time. Maybe we'll see each other on track. I don't know. But until then, Tyler, take it easy, man. Don't party too hard. And we'll see you then, man.
See you then, man. Yeah, come race with us. We'd love to have you.
That is if, yeah. Anyways, see you then, Tyler.
See ya.
Was gonna make a joke about me not having good skill, then it just didn't roll off the tongue very well, so then I ended up not saying it. But anyways, where did Hamish finish? Second or third? Third. Okay, I can't remember which position Hamish finished. Let's go ahead and drag him up in the booth. Hey, buddy, got me?
Hi, Sean. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Brought home a solid top 3 finish here tonight. Put it on the podium. Seems like you had a pretty silent night there. Brought it home in solid finish. You were outside the top 5 most of the night, but I don't know how you managed to bring it up all the way up there, man. How'd you do it?
Yeah, I kind of stuffed up my quali. I didn't realize it was the old Kentucky. I just went barreling into turn 1 and pushed up and hit the wall. So haven't driven at this place in a long time. So it took a bit of figuring out what it was like. Yeah, we just tried to play the long run because it was a small field, so I figured it would go green. So we just try and look after our tyres, and that's what we managed to do. And yeah, we had a couple of small battles there towards the end with Thomas and Jerry and stuff. We had a pretty much a long race-long battle with Jerry. That was good. He was slightly different strategies. So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it seemed like towards the end, their last 20, 15, 10 laps there's like four of you all grouped together. It was actually really the only action on track towards the latter half of the race.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Tyler. He must have had a slow stop in that second one. He sort of got behind us, and then when he was battling those guys, it sort of bunched us all up. So yeah, that was good because I'm not sure. I think I probably prefer the new Kentucky actually because you could sort of use a bit of a top lane of 3 and 4 here. It was very much just one groove. I tried running the top to get a bit of momentum off the corner a couple of times. It didn't really work. So you really just had to play the really long run and try and get people towards the end of the stint. So that was really the only strategy you could try and play out. So we tried to do it as much as we can, and we said, yeah, no, it was still a fun race.
What was the major difference with the tires that you saw personally? Because I've never raced here. I actually just bought the track a couple minutes before the race started 'cause I didn't realize we were using the old Kentucky like you were, like same as you. But what's the biggest difference that you saw compared to previous weeks?
I thought the setup was super tight and it was really only one lane, so you just had I was using basically the brake from lap 2 or 3 onwards just to try and save that right front. Obviously, some who weren't, you could sort of see them. They get about 15 laps in and they sort of killed that right front. And when the setup's tight and there's only one groove, it makes it a very long stint when the tires are killed. So that was really the only approach you could sort of take. And between that and running a bit long, I generally prefer to run long and have fresher tyres and try and battle people rather than be the hunter rather than being hunted. So yeah, that was really pretty much my strategy going in, and with the green flag race, and sort of just played out.
All right, man. Well, is there any shout outs or things you'd like to give out to anyone here tonight?
Yep, just a big thank you for you to staying up late. I'm sure for this whole season. Just well done on that. It'll be a tough gig. I'm not sure what time it is over there. What 1 or 2 in the morning, depending on what part of the states you're in, I guess. And then just a big thank you to Steve for organising these races for us. He's a legend. And yeah, just everyone who shows up. It was like these races are always super fun. Everyone's clean and fair, and showed it tonight. We had really close battles there with a bunch of people, and yeah, it was really good fun. So thank you to Sim500 for putting these races on.
All right, man. Well, take it easy, huh? I can never say your first name right. I'm sorry, but take it easy,
That's
man.
all right. Don't worry about it, mate. Don't sweat it.
Yeah, we'll see you again later. Hopefully, maybe.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you, Sean. Have a nice night.
You too, bud. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for tuning into the final VRN broadcast here on the channel. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in the past 2 years. It's been a heck of a ride, man. I was looking back through some old videos that I had actually archived from before the first channel got terminated and whatnot. We've come a very long way from. I used to never have any thumbnails for the videos. The graphics were either they didn't work half the time or they were just terrible. Broadcast quality was like looking into a potato. So I mean, we've really come a really, really long way, and I just can't thank anybody enough for everything that they've done. For Joey Gattina for giving me the opportunity here in Sim500 for Tuesday nights back in November, and Steve Herring for the opportunity Friday nights here for the Midnight Thunder Truck series. It's probably one of my more favorite series, Sim500. Because, well, I mean, they've actually lasted more than a couple months. I mean, most of that guys just kind of like the league either died after a few weeks or whatever. So I mean, it's been very up and down, if you will. So yeah, Dennis Puckett, he gave me my first break back in August of 2020. 14-year-old me just wanting to make some money, and I like broadcasting at the time. Now it's once you start doing something for a while, you get to that point where you kind of burn out of it. Like that's how I've been feeling like God the past 6 months or so. Like I've kind of been like dreading doing the broadcast and whatnot. It was like I really don't want to do this, but I still do it. I still try to put on a good show because that's what you guys came here to see. It's what you guys deserve and all that cool sentimental stuff. And I'll never forget Dennis. He was a great guy. Well, he is still a great guy. He runs the Bonfire Racing League, so if you guys want to check that out, feel free to. I don't know what they're up to nowadays. It's been a while since I've really talked to any of the guys there. David Medina, as well. He helped with a few broadcasts here and there towards the beginning stages of it. And Chase Baker with the Thunder Cup Series, they're still going on. They actually recently had Ryan Vargas in one of their races. That was actually a couple days ago, last Wednesday. Oh man, just so many people, just too little time. Brian Rupert with the OGRL, with the Tour Modified Series Cup trucks, and we were going to try to do everything. I was like, you know what, I just want out of this. I want out, It just came to that. I was like, oh, I'm stressing myself too much over this. It's too much at one time. I was like, you know what, gotta cut it out, I mean, Jack's Chaos as well, William Kelly, they helped commentary here and there, and I feel like I'm forgetting one more for the I-Formula League. Alexander Shauna, that was his name. Broadcasted the first season of that for them. Kyle Zimmer for Fastlane Racing League. Is there any more that I'm missing? I don't think so. Oh man, I think it's a great wrap, honestly. 300 subscribers on the channel, over 10,000 views in 2 years. So once again, for the final time, thank you all for tuning in. And we'll see you guys later on. I don't know when the next time you'll see update from this channel or whatnot. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun 2 years, and I can't wait to see what the next 2 years has to offer for everybody. Should be fun. I'm gonna try to finish up school here for the next. Oh no, not even. Don't even know how many more months it's gonna be, but try to get that stuff done.